Imagine the chilling reality of Squid Game, a brutal contest where desperation fuels survival. We witness Gi Hun's improbable victory, a flicker of hope amidst the carnage. But what if fate had taken a different turn? What if Gi Hun had stumbled, lost, or never even reached the final game? Would the game's insidious machinery grind on, or would something even more sinister unfold? Today, we delve into the chilling alternate realities of Squid Game, exploring the consequences of Gi Hun's potential failures. Prepare yourselves, because these scenarios plunge into depths of darkness far beyond what you might expect, beginning with the most harrowing possibility. The almost winner, Sang Woo's dark triumph. Sung Woo, a character shrouded in calculated ruthlessness, was mere seconds away from claiming the prize. His strategic mind, cold intelligence, and unwavering determination made him a formidable contender. But in a moment of unexpected surrender, he chose death over a life stained with guilt. What if he hadn't? What if he had taken that final decisive step? Sang Woo's guilt and fate. If Sang Woo had delivered the final blow, would he have found peace, or would the weight of his actions crush him? He was already a broken man, his moral compass shattered long before the game's conclusion. His mother awaited him, but after betraying Ali, manipulating Gi Hun, and stabbing his way to the top, could he ever face her gaze? The guilt would be a relentless torment, a constant reminder of his transgressions. Sang Woo's post-game reality. The real question lingers. Would Sang Woo even survive the aftermath? He began the game on the precipice of despair, drowning in debt, contemplating suicide. Winning the game might temporarily alleviate his financial woes, but what would prevent him from returning to that same abyss, this time haunted by the blood money he earned? His inner turmoil was a ticking time bomb, ready to explode. Sang Woo's transformation, a frontman's recruit? Let's imagine for a moment that Sang Woo manages to suppress his demons and embrace his victory. The frontman, recognizing his strategic brilliance, might see him as a valuable asset. Would Sang Woo abandon all semblance of conscience and join the system that orchestrated this horror? Would he become the architect of future Squid Games, perpetuating the cycle of violence and despair? Sang Woo's descent, worse than a player. If Sang Woo were to join the organization, he would transcend the role of a mere player, becoming a symbol of the game's insidious power. He would be instrumental in the creation of more suffering, a chilling testament to the corrupting influence of power and greed. But Sang Woo wasn't the only potential winner. Another player, Se Byok, was tantalizingly close to victory. Se Byok's near victory, a refugee's resolve. Se Byok, a refugee with a steely resolve, survived until the final three. Had circumstances been different, had she faced Gi Hun in the final game instead of Sang Woo, would she have emerged victorious? More importantly, what would she have done with the prize money? Se Byok's survival strategy, intelligence over brute force. Se Byok wasn't the strongest player, but she possessed a sharp intellect and an uncanny ability to observe and adapt. She moved with calculated precision, conserving her energy and striking only when necessary. In the final game, she wouldn't engage in a head-on confrontation like Sang Woo. She would use her cunning to outlast Gi Hun. Se Byok's motivation, a family's hope. Unlike Gi Hun and Sang Woo, who were driven by personal debt, Se Byok's motivation was rooted in her desire to reunite her family. Her younger brother waited for her, and her mother remained trapped in North Korea. She wasn't playing for wealth or pride, she was playing for survival. Se Byok's victory, a bloodied triumph. If Se Byok had won, she would have emerged from the game covered in blood, clutching 45.6 billion won. But would she have been able to reach her mother? Or would the game's organizers intervene? Se Byok's victory wouldn't go unnoticed. Se Byok's challenge, evading the system. Unlike Gi Hun, who remained relatively inconspicuous, Se Byok would have to act swiftly. She would need to bribe officials, forge documents, and devise a plan to extract her mother from North Korea before anyone discovered her newfound wealth. The Squid Game organization wouldn't easily relinquish its hold, especially knowing she had the means and motive to expose them. Se Byok's future, a life on the run? Even if Se Byok managed to escape, her life would be forever altered. Would she ever find peace? Or would she be condemned to a life on the run, constantly looking over her shoulder? The game's shadow would loom over her, a constant reminder of the price she paid for survival. The forfeited ending, a moral stand? What if there was no winner at all? Gi Hun almost chose to forfeit, to walk away from the blood-soaked prize. What if Sang-woo had joined him and they had ended the game without a victor? Would the organizers allow such an outcome? The Squid Game isn't about morality, it's about entertainment. The organizers' response: forced conclusion? If the players refused to finish the game, would the frontman intervene, forcing them to fight or executing them to satisfy the VIP's bloodlust? Or would their defiance represent a symbolic victory, a breaking of the game's cycle? Double death, no claim to the prize. Another possibility, both Gi Hun and Sang-woo die in the final round. Sang-woo, in a desperate act, takes Gi Hun down with him. The prize money would remain unclaimed. Would the game reset, or would the organizers find another way to distribute the winnings? The accidental beneficiary, a twist of fate. What if the prize money went to the last player to die before the final two? Imagine Sang-woo's mother, a humble fish vendor, receiving a mysterious deposit of 45.6 billion won, unaware of the horrific source. Or Gi Hun's daughter, living in the US, inheriting a fortune without knowing her father's fate. Guy, Hun's early exit. A different path? But what if Gi Hun had never reached the final game? What if he had left after the first round, during the vote? Would his life have been better or worse? He was free for a moment, but his problems remained. Guy, Hun's failed escape. Back to despair. Guy, Hun's life was a spiral of debt and desperation. Without the prize money, his situation would only worsen. Conclusion. In this alternate reality, we see the many possible dark paths the players of Squid Game could have taken. From Sang-woo's potential transformation into a more sinister figure to Baek's survival under constant threat, the horrors of this deadly game don't stop with Gi Hun's victory. Whether it's a forfeited ending, a bloody conclusion with no victor, or the cruel twist of fate for those who didn't make it to the final two, Squid Game explores the limits of human morality, survival, and the consequences of the choices we make under pressure. What did you think? Leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more. Click here to watch another video